Do you ever wish you could just vanquish the fat in your body once and for all? Well, what may seem like a pipe dream is now reality, and the place to win that battle is at Ann-Therese Aesthetic Medicine. The beauty coach herself, Dr. Ann-Therese Stubbs, here with some pretty powerful evidence, and this is an entirely new device, right, Dr. Ann?
It is. Radio frequency is the new hot thing in melting fat. It is basically, we've used it with Thermi to come in contact with the skin, heat up the fat cells and tighten the skin. This Vanquish is a contactless radio frequency, so it just hovers above the skin and can still melt fat cells.
So what would you say are the biggest benefit, or is the biggest benefit, to using this device?
Well, number one, it's non-invasive. Number two, it's comfortable. A lot of times things we do to melt fat or freeze fat can cause a little bit of a discomfort or a little bit of downtime. This has zero downtime and zero discomfort. It's a matter of holding still for about 30 to 45 minutes depending on the area of the body that we're treating. The device hovers over the top about a centimeter from the skin and heats up that whole area. So you can do bulk areas. You see a lady here with treating her thighs, so the machine goes around both sides of the thighs, heats those areas up, and those areas that are heated up to this 45 degrees centigrade, that those fat cells will break open and leave the body naturally through the lymphatic system.
And we have showed people previously that there's also a bigger device that can do a bulk area at once. This is actually the device that can do those kind of tiny targeted areas.
Exactly. The arms and the thighs are areas that women and sometimes even men find that genetically they will be predisposed to have fat deposited in these areas. So this is, we're seeing an arm before and after picture here, and that's after 4 treatments, 1 week apart.
Okay, and what kind of reaction do you get from these people when they see these pictures and they kind of feel the difference?
Well, interestingly, I think people who have pursued other aesthetic methods to lose fat, my first impression was, this can't possibly work if it doesn't hurt.
Right.
But it does. It's a very comfortable way to heat the fat cells, and we absolutely insist that you be very well hydrated beforehand. We actually have a scale we have people step on that shows their hydration level. So we recommend people drink a lot of fluids, a lot of water the week before starting the treatment, and then the weeks continue on, because that helps flush all those broken cells from the body.
All right, and before and afters we're looking at here the thighs, as we saw that device goes on both sides, so it kind of shapes. I mean, it's not just giving you kind of that thigh gap area, but it's the outer edge too.
Right, and this is an area that a lot of women feel that after a certain age, and maybe even after menopause, or maybe genetically, they are just predisposed to put those fat cells down kind of right in the inner thigh area. Very difficult area to attack with exercise and diet. You may lose weight globally everywhere else, and the inner thighs are just an area that can be very difficult.
So during the treatment, expect really no discomfort. What about after, and as far as the results, what are you going to see?
Afterwards, you're a little bit red. Maybe the skin will be a little red and a little warm in the area. And we recommend that we kind of have the practitioner just massage the area. And that's recommended at home. If really no soreness. If you get a sore spot during the treatment, we're in the room there with you, and so if there's a sore spot, we just move the machine and kind of rub that area, massage that area, and the heat dissipates. So really a very comfortable treatment the whole time, just a little bit warm. A lot of people fall asleep.
Okay, and it only takes a few treatments, right? About 4 to get those results?
4 treatments is usually what we start with, and if someone has a bigger area or more inches they want to lose, we can go up to 6 treatments. It is a brand new technology in the last year, so I think they're still doing research as to how is there a maximum number, but really people have seen excellent safety with this, and it's wonderful for people who are not candidates for maybe the invasive procedures, maybe type 1 diabetics or people with the high blood pressure who don't want to go through surgery, people who have other medical problems that preclude them from having liposuction or maybe even cool sculpting. This is a wonderful, wonderful technology for them.
And you say the results last, and to that end, you have a great offer to get it done now, right?
Yes, as we mentioned before, fat cells, they do not, we don't make new ones as adults. We have a certain number of them, and we expand and contract them. So when we break them open and the body clears them, they're gone for good, which is nice.
Yeah.
And so we're doing a 20% off, or 25% off, I think it is, introductory offer. So we always recommend people come in and do a consultation and just see what their concerns are, and then we can recommend the right number of treatments for them.
All right, it sounds good. It all starts with that phone call, which is up on screen. Dr. Ann, thanks for being here.
Thanks for having me.